Okay, so let me just move through some of the settings that I'm using so we get a natural image that's bright, that's punchy, that's not too in your face, is a good natural choice for cinema and for games and so on. So let's just quickly go through the menu and we'll go to image settings, and I have it display mode at cinema. The wall color obviously is off. Brightness I've got at 0, contrast at 0, sharpness I put at 10, and color also at 10, and tint at 0. Gamma I've put at film, so it automatically resets that for film. Color settings I put brilliant color at 3, color temperature at warm. Some people can actually find sort of warm a bit yellow, so if you prefer a cooler temperature you can select that there. Let's get that back up. So let's have to move down. Color settings, so we put color temperature at warm. Color matching, that's just what it's set at as the standard. We don't really want to mess with those too much. Same with the RGB gain and bias. Color space we set to auto, so it'll actually be the device that will select the color reference for that. Dynamic black I put at on. Brightness mode is set to bright automatically. Darbee, we have that on at high def at a 70% level, so it gives us a good natural looking image that's not too smudgy but not overly sort of sharp or anything like that. Enhanced gaming, we put that on when we're playing games, so it speeds up the projector to 16 milliseconds. Aspect ratio set to normal, auto. Zoom and everything, I put these at 0 because I wanted to present the projector as close to as to how quickly I managed to get it set up. I don't want to fanny around with keystoning, which can degrade the image quality. I wanted to see it for what it is, and it's great. And the other wonderful thing is I can wave my arms around and there's no shadows being cast on the projection screen. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that, with the Optoma GT1080. I really would recommend, if you're not in the market for a 4K projector, and in some respects, you don't really notice too much between a 1080 and a 4K projector. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But there are very few times where you're watching a movie and you really think, yeah, I'm really getting the detail in that. Most of the time you're just enjoying the movie. And I think if you're a movie buff that's on a budget, you don't want to spend a fortune, but you want a decent projector that's also mobile, I really think that this is a great choice. It was quick and easy to set up. There wasn't a lot of faffing around. I didn't really have to do much other than move the table back and forth a little bit to get it to fill this image. So yeah, I think as a projector that you can use in the home and have it in a permanent position, it's great, but also it's brilliant as a mobile projector that you can take round to your friend's house and watch some movies or play some games. And then also, talking of games, you've got the 16 millisecond response time too. And that's great. That's great for a projector. That's what you need, something that's sharp and snappy. And then on top of that, you have the Darbee the processing, so it sharpens up the image, it makes it a little bit clearer, that takes out a lot of the fuzziness that you sometimes get with some sort of 1080 images, certainly if they're being projected. And it sort of lists some of the color. It's not too much, but it's still natural, but it gives a good sharp colorful image that's pleasing to the eye without appearing overly processed at all. There's no sort of hint that it's being processed, which is one of my bugbears. We can have all this processing, which is great and marvelous, and you see it a lot on modern TVs, but you kind of want to turn it off most of the time because it actually destroys your enjoyment of the image of what you're watching when it takes out the natural element of the image. Whereas the Darbee mode on the Optoma is really natural. It's very subtle. It just adds a bit of sharpness, lifts a bit of the color a little bit, and it works really well. So overall, I'm going to give the Optoma GT1080Darbee a good solid 9. That's a 9, people, out of 10. That's 9 out of 10. So fabulous. So I'm very happy with the GT1080Darbee. I'm gonna be a little bit sad to see it go because I've only got it for review. This isn't mine. Optoma sent it to me for review. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how well this looks. So yeah, if you're in the market for a good projector, I think this is the one to get, and I'm sure there's some great deals going. The recommended retail in the UK is $750, but I'm sure you can get it cheaper elsewhere. Yeah, a great projector and a solid 9 out of 10, people. A solid 9 out of 10.